Welcome to Average House Price. In these videos, I take a look at what houses are currently available for the current average house price in various locations. It's June now, but the current average house price in Australia as of May 2025 stands at $898,604 according to Cotality data. I'm going to take a look at 3 different houses listed for under that price, this time looking in the New South Wales city of Wollongong. Let's see what we can find for under that price. Once again, for Average House Price Australia, I'm going to have a look on realestate.com.au for our search. I've already saved a search in here, Wollongong Greater Region, New South Wales, up to $900,000. Let's see what we can find for that price. So having a look through the properties listed for Wollongong, there's a lot of apartments and townhouses, villas, things like that. So I want to try to avoid apartments, but because it's house prices I'm looking for. I do occasionally add in apartments if needed, but for this one here I've found a villa. So it's kind of still a house, I guess, single level, all that sort of stuff on the ground floor, nothing above it or anything like that. So we'll take a look at this place today. The reason I've put this one in, looks like a really nice area, quite close to the beach, and it's well under the price, this one here. So we'll take a look at this place today. So it's in Bellambi, and this looks like the living room here. So it's an okay size, and you can see there's a view out to the backyard out there. Looks like they've got a split system, at least in this room, hopefully maybe in some other rooms as well. Here's a view of the front of the place. So a little bit of green space out the front here. I don't know if you have to share this with other people with the villa. I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, there's a few plants around there as well. So potential to possibly put some more plants in on this, where this lawn is here if needed. The front of the place, it's not the most attractive house ever. I'm assuming 1980s built, but still fairly solid looking. Here's the kitchen, so nice looking kitchen, nice and bright. Cupboards are fairly up to date. Flooring's nice. It's not huge, but it's not tiny either, so it's definitely livable. And here's that living room again, and looks like there's a dining spot there as well within the same room. So it's actually fairly decent size room, this one. I thought it was a bit smaller before looking at that last photo, but it's actually a fairly big living space from the looks of things here. And here's one of the bedrooms, possibly the main bedroom. It's got a fan up there. It's got some shutters, which are always nice. Keep the light out at night time if needed. Built-in wardrobes over here from the look of things with a mirror on them. And that flooring again from the other rooms looks to be the same throughout the house, which looks nice enough. Here's the bathroom, again nice and bright. Shower, bathtub, basin over here. It's reasonably okay. Shows a few signs of wear here and there, wear and tear. That thing looks like it's on a bit of an angle there, but it's okay. I think it's decent enough, and looks like there's a heated towel rail here as well. So for that price, it's not too bad. Here's a view of the house. So we have entrance over here from the looks of things. We're looking from out the front here before. There's that bathroom there, separate toilet, linen cupboard there, 2 bedrooms with built-in robes, a 3rd bedroom over here, which is a little bit smaller, but it's probably still okay size, I guess, just getting on the smaller side. Big living space there with dining as well, so living dining area quite large. And there's that kitchen as well, so it's all fairly open there, which is also handy. Storage in here off the laundry, and then the laundry over there, and then there's a porch out there at the back And I'm assuming there was a grassed area at the back there with the carport as well to the side. I don't know if that's in the correct space because I did see another carport over there before when we're looking at the front of the place, but that might have been one of the other villas carports. I don't know. So that's all there is for this place. It doesn't show you a lot. It's a shame they don't show more of the backyard space there. I don't know if that's shared or not. But it looks like there's a clothesline out there, but they probably should have put a picture of that in there because it looks like a not huge, but a decent sized area to put a few plants in and things like that. Some nice, maybe a tree or two to block that fence. So yeah, it does look like there's a couple of shrubs over there, possibly blocking that side outside. But yeah, it's a shame they didn't show any more of that place. So let's scroll down and see where Edith Street in Bellambi is. So here's a map here. Looks like it's fairly close to the beach there, which is nice. Nice big beach along there. Headland there, and then another beach across there. So it's close to two beaches, really. Stylish and renovated villa retreat. So it's been renovated inside. Looks a little bit old on the outside, but fairly modern on the inside. Not a lot more detail there. I'll just get into that map and have a bit of a better look where it is in relation to Wollongong city centre. So I'll scroll out a little bit here. So Bellambi near Corrimal train station, which is helpful if you've got to travel anywhere. There's another train station just up there too. I'll just check what that is. Bellambi. So Bellambi has a train station too. There's a school there, Holy Spirit College Bellambi, and it's Sandspit Point over there, and Bellambi Gully over there. So nice and close to a couple of beaches. Sorry, I'll scroll out a bit more. Fairy Meadow there, and then it's North Wollongong and Wollongong. So you're not only a few stops away from Wollongong on the train if you needed to get into the city centre. Could drive if you needed to. And then also, obviously, if you're heading to Sydney, you can probably get on that station there, Bellambi, as well, and get the train into Sydney if you need it as well. University of Wollongong's over there, so pretty nice spot, really. Close to a couple of beaches and close to the Wollongong city centre. So not a huge house for your money. It's a villa. Obviously, you've got a few neighbours nearby, but it's okay and well under that price too, which is handy. Very helpful indeed. So there we are, our first property in Wollongong today. Here's our second property in Wollongong. This one's in David Street, West Wollongong. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom and 2 cars. Bit strange, one's built under the house and one's built next to it. A little bit weird. Guide price $875,000. So let's have a look at this one. So yeah, reasonably modern looking place. A little bit of grass at the front, which is nice. Bit of a strange driveway. It's a bit, kind of steeper on one side than the other. Steeper there than there. A bit cracked there too, so hopefully it's not a sign of any other damage in the house. And you've got a little balcony up the top there, which is nice. Here is the living room. So it's a fairly modern looking place inside. Looks really nice. Nice floorboards. Nice and bright. And that looks like the front door there, I think, looking out to the front. There was that little grassed area out the front there, I think, and the street out further than that. And then a dining area there as well, next to the living space, and the kitchen over the back there, and quite a lot of windows here on the side, so letting in quite a bit of light, which is always good. This looks like the rear of the property, so you have a little bit of garden space there. Obviously nothing planted currently, but you'd always put stuff in there, and it looks like you could put a clothesline in there potentially, like a Hills Hoist type clothesline, and then a bit more spaces to plant down the side there as well if needed. And here's where it's situated. So you're on that road there. It doesn't look majorly busy, that road there. Hopefully it's not. And you've got the Wollongong city centre and the beach a bit further on there. The private hospital is there. Public hospital is over here, and Crown Street Mall is over there. Here's the kitchen. So the kitchen looks pretty good size there. You could even have a few stools here so people could eat at the side of that cabinet there. It's kind of an island, I guess it's a peninsula, isn't it, really? And then another window there looking out to some greenery out there, which is always nice. And this looks like the main bedroom, and you've got a balcony there. So you can, they've got there a couple of seats out there so you can enjoy the view and the peacefulness out there. Here's another view of where it is, so you can see there all that coastline up there. Quite a bit of greenery just nearby as well. Nice green space to go walking in. Here's the bathroom. So not ultra modern, but it's still nice and bright and definitely not old looking. So I think you've got a shower there, bath, sink, toilet, all in that room there. And here's the layout of the property. So entry is here, stairs going up there. You've got that living dining area there, and a kitchen there, little patio at the front there, toilet over there, laundry connected to the garage. Shows a double garage there, but I think that was, from the looks of it, looked like one part was under the house and one part was added on to the side. So I don't know if it is actually a double or just two single garages. In my opinion, you don't really need two cars if you're living that close to the city centre. You could get by with one, so you could potentially use up some of that space for something else, for some storage potentially. Just have one car and maybe an electric bike or something in there. And the first floor, so when you got the stairs there, you've got bedroom 3 and bedroom 2, both with built-in wardrobes. Bedroom 1 also with built-in wardrobe, and that balcony there has an ensuite. There's a linen cupboard there and a bathroom out there. So it's actually quite a good place. 3 decent-sized bedrooms. Those probably medium-sized, those ones. That one's a good size, I think, with an ensuite, and then you've got a separate bathroom there for the other 2 bedrooms. So not too bad. And there's a little bit of space at the back as well on this one. And we'll check the next one up, just the estate agent. So there we go. That's the second property. We'll just check further down here. I didn't check on the first one for schools and things like that, so we'll check on this one how close it is to schools and childcare and things like that. So there's a Gwynville Public School, primary government school, about half a kilometre away. Illawarra Hospital School, government combined school, 0.51, so about half a K as well. A bit over half a K to the Wollongong West Public School, and then a couple of Catholic primary schools also about 3/4 of a kilometre away. Secondary schools, Illawarra Hospital School, so that was also that primary school, half a K away. Illawarra Grammar School, about a K away. Edmund Rice College, 1.2 Ks. Another place there, 1.5, and a bit over 1.5 to another government school there as well, a government secondary school. Childcare, a few places nearby there as well, 0.33, 0.45 kilometre to that one there. And we'll just have a quick look at the map as well, just to see where it is. So you can see on there, pretty close to Wollongong City Centre, being in West Wollongong. There's the house there on David Street. I'll just scroll out a little bit. You're near the Princess Motorway or Southern Freeway there. So that'll take you to Sydney or Melbourne in the other direction. Quite a long way though. And looks like you're fairly close to Wollongong train station. That looks like your nearest train station, but pretty much I'd say walking distance to the centre of Wollongong and the beach if need be, or if not, just on a bike. Make it pretty easy to get to those, to the city or to the beach. So that was our second property for Wollongong. For our third and final property in the Gong today, I'm looking at a place in Lee Crescent, Unanderra, a little bit further out. 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 2 car space, 612 square metres, so a bit more land than the first 2. And obviously that's because it's a little further out. This one doesn't have a price on it. but it was within the search, so I'm assuming it's within that price range. I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise, realestate.com.au's let me down a bit here. So yeah, it looks like a pretty nice place from this first picture here. Take a bit more of a look inside though. So there's that first picture, nice deck there, and little side entrance there to the backyard. Looks like it's on a bit of a hill there, judging by the fencing going down there. Nice and green, that's the thing I like about it the most. There's plenty of plants around here, plants around the back, lots of trees, green space, probably a fair bit of nature, which is always quite nice. And we'll take a look here. So there's another picture of that deck there. It's got like cladding on the side of the house there. But yeah, nice sized deck. It's got some railings around the edge there. And it's covered as well, which is lovely, and lets in some light too, which is great. And here's the front of the house. So probably 1950s, 60s era. Not 100% sure, but it looks like around that sort of era. But yeah, lots of nice trees in the background. You can see some hills in the background there too. Yeah, just very nice and green. Here's the front of the property. So some nice big windows there, and a bit of a front porch area there too. And here's the living room. Floorboards there, split system, nice and bright, white. Got some wooden panelling on that wall there, which is a good feature. And it's well styled in this, the way it's been set up here. So yeah, it gives you a good idea about how nice it would look when you've got your own furniture in there. Here is the dining space. So it's got a nice bench there as well, built-in bench that you can sit on, and doors leading out to that decked area, I believe. Here's the kitchen over here. Some nice light fittings. And here's the kitchen. It's not a massive kitchen, but it's got a pantry there, so it probably can fit quite a bit of stuff there. And yeah, dishwasher and oven there. Sink. It's not huge, but it's nice kitchen though. Livable. And there's just another picture there. The kitchen. Another smaller picture there of the living room. And here's another photo looking back in from that decked area, I believe. The French doors open, looking back into the dining area. There's, I think, probably the main bedroom. Nice big windows out to the front there. Nice leafy street as well, and some lawn out the front. But yeah, nice looking bedroom there, styled well. There's another bedroom. Don't know whether that's looking out to the back. I think that's probably where it's looking to. But again, nice size, can fit quite a big size bed in there. And then we've got bathroom here. So a shower here next to the bath. I think that's what it is. I believe they've got a tub next to the shower, not over the top. It's a little hard to tell, but I think that's what it is. And then some cupboard space there, which is nice. And there is a view from the front again, picket fence at the front. And there, this just shows you where it is. So it looks like it's on a court there, or a cul-de-sac. And yeah, you've got some green area there, bit of greenery down behind there, some mountains over there, or a hill over there. That could be the Illawarra Escarpment, possibly. I don't know, not 100% sure, but that's just a guess. And there's another view there. I think that was possibly the hill we could see before in the background behind the greenery behind the house. But there's a bit of greenery there along that creek or river there as well. And a nice little picture of a pot plant there and a video, I think. And here's the layout of the property. So we have, I'll just zoom in a little bit on that one. So entrance into the dining area there, from the looks of things, lounge room or living room there, kitchen there, laundry out the back there. There was that deck, I believe, at the side there. Bathroom there. So it was a bath next to the shower, so you have to walk beside the shower there to get in the bath. A little bit different, but not terrible. I think that's definitely doable. And then basin over there, toilet there. 1, 2, 3 bedrooms with a built-in robe in the big bedroom. You probably have to have some other robes in these bedrooms. That one's possibly getting on the smaller side, that one there. That one's a medium-ish size, and that one's a decent sized bedroom, that one there. And you've got that patio at the front. Actually, that was where you come into the house. That was the front of the house here. So you got front views from these 2 bedrooms and looking at the back from that bedroom. And there was that patio at the front leading into the lounge. And they were the double doors leading out to the deck out there. That's what was happening there. And there's a little laundry there just off the kitchen. And that probably leads, don't know if there's just a window there, and maybe you just have to take the steps out there to get to the backyard. I think that looks like what's happening. Then there's a double garage there as well. Not sure where that's situated. It says it's not in position. Double garage with a workshop. So that's it. Nice looking place. As I said, a little bit further out than the other 2 properties. So we'll take a look now at the schools nearby. So down here you've got a Catholic primary school about 3/4 of a kilometre away, government primary school just less than a kilometre away, and another one just over a kilometre away. Secondary schools, you have a high school just over a kilometre away, a government one, independent secondary school just over 1.3 k's, and combined independent school, Christian school, 1.44 k's away. Childcare, got Western Suburbs preschool, bit over half a k away. Cobblers Hill Community Preschool, 0.23 of a kilometre away, so that one's very close. So a few of those nearby, and we'll just take a look at the map as well, just to see where this property is in relation to Wollongong City Centre. Looks like a train line goes fairly close by, but not sure how close the train line actually, or train station actually is. There's another train line there too, but might not be an active train line. We'll scroll down here. Actually, there's a train line there, but it looks like the main train line goes down there. So you've got a train station just down there near Spring Hill, and Wollongong City Centre's over there. So it's still not too far away, and the beaches are all, probably got a couple of beaches over here and Long Beach along there as well, Wollongong, and near the city centre there. So it's not too far away, a little further out. But you've got some greener spaces out here, and obviously it was a bigger property too than the 2 original ones we saw. So that's our 3rd property for the Gong today. So a bit further out, there's possibly some nicer places, but as far as affordability, it's sort of on a par with Adelaide that we looked at recently. Doesn't look like there's too many properties under the current house price, and with this one we still don't even know if it is actually under the average house price. I'm assuming it is because it fell in the search, but I'm not 100% sure on it. But yeah, a lot of apartments and townhouses and villas and things for under that price. Not so many houses unless you go a little further out, like places like Unanderra. Okay, that's it for our search for this episode. As we could see in that video, it was a little bit difficult to find decent places for the average house price in Wollongong. Probably a little bit to do with its proximity to Sydney and people commuting to Sydney from there. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe to see more like this, and also hit the like button if you enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments if you'd like me to check out any other houses in different parts of Australia in future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Average House Price.